It just doesn't matter.
Just start somewhere.
But I mean, everybody gets a turn to serve once.
Exactly.
So that's why I just go here, you serve.
Exactly.
It really doesn't matter.
To be honest, I think serving second when you're playing doubles is better because you only
Yeah.
get one serve, and the first person who serves.
Yeah, I would rather.
I
I always let someone serve first.
All right.
But you're not rude to him because he made fun of your mother.
That's right.
But we'll say it's okay. Oh, that's a touche right back at you.
Chuck got at him for that.
Yeah.
Got back at him.
Oh, that's a nice serve. Ooh, that was a nice ceiling too that Adam.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it is so cool down here.
I think it's coming out. I mean, I feel like there's a breeze. There's definitely a breeze coming
Yeah,
out.
it is. It is when you open that door.
Yeah. But I think there's something.
It's cold coming out of here too. It is cold.
I don't think it's enough.
Yeah, that's where Colin is. This is Colin's something.
Oh, Adam, get on your own side.
That was a nice shot.
No.
Yeah, a lot of people hold their racket up when it's just their stands.
Oh, and then he doesn't know.
Yeah, and I play with a girl every Wednesday and Friday. She does the same thing.
And so you don't know if she's helping.
I know because she doesn't know that rule.
Oh.
But I think of it though. In the back of my head, I'm like,
Yeah.
does she really know what she's doing?
Yeah.
You live in Bridgeville?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know,
I think it's a two.
Mike Conley?
Yeah, he used to play down there.
He runs.
I'm thinking Paul Connor.
No, he runs the car race.
Oh, no.
He has a sports car. He's right there in Bridgeville.
What?
Right
Maybe
near
that's
that.
twice before.
They did, yeah.
I was gonna say he.
Yeah, he didn't get
Got
to.
Yeah.
back on in there.
He wasn't.
It was like nice path.
Nice.
Nice.
I just know because my sister's involved in that race that was in.
Hey Jimmy, how do you buy your lunch?
In Shelly Park, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's
By the pound?
fun. I think it's great.
Oh, I've done that how many times today? Oh, I didn't hit my leg though. He just hit his knee.
On purpose or accident?
I was just fine. You too anxious, so you put it on the ground, but it's.
Yeah.
It really hit his knee.
What do you do?
I do. I work in Providence and I do over for air through a station company. I do accounting and
Okay. Adam is being a little too nice. Oh man, he wanted that. That's a shame.
Did Chuck
Balls, I
serve
think.
first?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought him. Okay.
what do you do?
Nice to meet you.
Sure.
for, lighting projects.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ben's been putting away his return to service very well.
Huh.
You mean like commercial stuff?
Well, I mean, we do residential too.
Uh-huh, mostly commercial.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh,
You
Adam.
like Christian too?
I know what I'm doing. That's about it. But no, I put together and sell packages for,
Did he get jammed in the corner?
well,
I think so.
Yeah, oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, we don't deal with the generals so much.
I can't see. He's having a problem. He's having a problem on his. I don't know if it's just not coming out from the corner or what's happening. It's a nice serve. Well, it should be a hinder.
One too old.
Yeah.
Turn on, off, stuff. You have one of that? That's like the up and coming thing. Because you see on commercials where this guy uses like walk your floor and like,
Yeah, doing all that stuff. Yeah, that's
that's
actually
all
part
we
of
learned though, right?
that's actually part of the homework system.
Oh, is it? That's so cool. That's the thing with people. You're watching that. That's the future right there.
He's got to.
Everything's gonna be.
Chuck's got to start passing
It is. It's crazy.
cross court.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Is your wife working?
Yeah. She actually.
So you see each other?
No, not really. She works in the control department. I work in the.
Diane, who's playing over there?
It's Chuck and Adam and Ben and
Oh, yeah, what's
know.
his name, yeah. Barry.
yeah, Barry.
It's wild in there.
Yeah.
I should have known the cameras.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Somebody else is doing that, right?
That other guy on the camera.
You know what, I wish I lived close enough that I'd like my I'd love to do that. And it's not.
Is this the first game? Or?
Yeah, this is the first game. I'm not sure. I thought Ben and Barry were at first, but 3-3. Okay, yeah, it is kind of okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, I did that. I shouldn't have. I did that
Did
three
you win
times.
the women's? The big women's open?
Officially, no. Technically, yes.
What the hell does that mean?
I beat both girls both games,
Okay.
and for some reason we had to play 2 more games.
Who had to play 2 more?
I had to play Natalie 2 more games because
You played her 2 to begin with?
yeah.
And you played Carter 2?
Mhm.
Well, didn't the top 2 go to the final then?
Yeah, but yeah, that's right. Yeah. So Natalie and I went to the finals, but I had already beat Carla twice and her twice, so I didn't know why I had to play another one and again 2 more
That
games.
is kind of strange.
Yeah, I've already played round robin.
So you lost that one?
So I lost the 2 games that I played her after the first 2 games. They were all close. Like I beat her 15. I beat her 15-14 and 15-13, and she beat me 15-12 and 15-13.
There's no good seat to watch this anyway. This is true.
I just didn't get it. I thought it would be done. But that's okay. I got the sheets coupons, and that's what I wanted.
The free hot dogs.
That's what I told her. I go,
The
oh
free
shoot,
damn
I
hot
want
dogs.
that free
hot dogs and
cappuccino.
Cappuccinos and drinks.
Donuts.
We still got them from last time.
Yeah.
Who's over there?
Chuck and
Adam and Barry and Ben.
Oh, Barry and Ben. Who's winning? We
There was tied 3-3 before, so
First game, right?
yeah. Oh, that was Chuck's very skillful shot.
I'm good. No, I'm good.
Yeah, 3-7.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
No, I think they had more than three. Really?
No, it was 3-3.
What?
It was 3-3.
Still
on the wrong wall.
Still the first game, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did because it was 6:15.
Good call.
I lost. Wagner and Craig won. Restaurant near Serafini. First time in the Craig, I'm like,
Oh,
Serafini, restaurant. You know, on the way to the club, on on that main drag.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the one that we
Doing
never
better
went
runs in
to.
the bathroom. Maybe I should leave.
No, it's Dad.
Nope. Not really.
All right.
Apparently. Yeah, Carl Schlieben, which I think he's just.
Yes. He did get rid of that. Good game.
Down in
The wall. You know where that little clip comes out?
Metal, volleyball metal.
Yeah, well the little jagged around the corner of it. I put my hand on there when I was running. Got me. Dark as a-
Actually, you know.
I missed two, maybe.
Yeah, I saw it.
I think it's
Oh,
seven.
that's good. That's
Seven? I think so.
I can barely keep.
Not 8 or 7-8. They scored at least 3 or 4.
I can barely keep count whenever I'm playing.
I heard Kelly's moving to Texas. I said, is that
I can
anything?
keep count when other people are playing. It's totally.
He is moving.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
is.
she was.
I know
But I just saw it on.
I can't tell.
Why? And she goes, yeah, I'm one of those.
US Air's
Is it 8-8?
closing their shop there
8-8?
in Pittsburgh.
And she's relocated because she can't.
He can move right now. Right?
Yeah.
He works out of his house. Yeah, he works out of his house.
That's when you do it.
Yeah.
He does, he's got
Somewhere.
international sales. For,
Only or U.S. sales too?
well, he's got South
Whoa.
like Texas,
I will
Mexico,
take
he's
like a
picked up
year or something
Mexico.
like that, but they just.
He had Australia, but I don't know where he has now.
He sells the big,
Yeah.
the big toys.
About 400 million a year.
That's what he sells.
That's just
Oh, crap.
one market. Texas or Mexico is like 50 million a year.
Yeah.
China is something like 600 million. And I don't know if
I
he has
thought last
China.
night.
They're closing.
Yeah, they're closed. They're
Seems to
keeping
go
up their
to
maintenance.
Australia.
There's a couple different.
Yeah, I think he's done with Australia.
Their maintenance crew now.
Done?
They don't say, but yeah, once American told.
Ray didn't do a good job. Really? With the score. Really? Well, if that's the case, that means you won the first game. You scored 18 points over the game.
Yeah, you did good.
So, I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
We were giving him a chance to catch up.
We felt bad for the.
Should be.
They're a tough team.
No, they are, yeah,
They're a tough team.
they're
Play
tough.
them Monday night.
I mean, I play with Craig, and he's.
Oh, that was good.
Billy's here.
Me and Nate just played on the team. Me and Nate walked.
Yeah?
I think it's 11-8.
Monday night.
Well,
Mom, when are we going to?
No.
Yeah, right.
Why?
What?
yeah, exactly.
Because I want to go. It's so freaking boring here. There's no air.
One time.
That one time you saw last night.
What do we do?
Part of the game.
You know, that's right,
I
yeah.
didn't see it. I'm not listening anymore.
Okay.
So, you know, I can tune my kids.
Yeah.
Yep. Whoa!
So when can we?
You were.
Yeah, I was the first one here. Yeah, I was the first one here Friday night, the first one here this morning. Yeah, I played, I was here today.
Did you hear them? Like, no.
We out there?
No, I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah, I played
13 games. I'm not doing the 14. Laundry, cooking, dinner, kids, real estate, you know, whatever.
Mom, I did the dishes and laundry with Gary.
you know, especially when it's
And I helped you out all week.
There's always more laundry. They'll take you. Yes. There's always more laundry.
I didn't have to get one more time.
What? Yeah.
Hey, Corbin! Corbin!
I took
Find out when they close.
And then like.
No, the snowboarding place. Yeah.
You know,
Look it up on your thing.
my ear.
You don't have it? Yours has his. I can look on Ryan's computer. Okay, figure that part out.
Where do you go snowboard? Do you go to Boise? Yeah.
Just do it.
Aw. Well,
Hey.
Looks like we're making.
what grade are your boys in?
Oh, really?
We're playing now. We're playing now. Rob.
And now,
He's
when
playing
did she
with
turn
Mike.
4? She won't turn 5. She's not kindergarten.
Yeah, September 2nd is her birthday.
Oh, is it?
So she'll be in kindergarten next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that'll be good.
I said, great, you don't have to do it yet.
What?
I got her all worried.
What'd you say?
I said, we don't know how to do it yet. We're in kindergarten. And she was
They
like,
played in the Opens and then they played.
I'm just sorry, I have to start reading. It's gonna be all right.
They play together too, though.
We told our kids they had to
They play.
tie their shoes. I mean, there were just, certain milestones.
Yeah, yeah, you should know. Because they don't have, do they also
They have those Velcro shoes. When my kids were little,
They play good.
it was the Velcro crap.
They had those on school.
You had to work to find tie shoes.
That's the way it is now. Well, they have tennis shoes.
It was
but-
annoying. And they did everything was all Velcro. When my kids were little, when the boys were little. All Velcro. How did kids have shoes and it's all Velcro? It was ridiculous.
There's a kid on the baseball team, he's the same age as the boys, he's not on their team, but he can't tie his own shoes.
And that's a
the mom's
disservice.
fault.
That's a mom's fault. And dad. Mom and dad.
No doubt.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Well, that is. The parent-
He asked me to play.
You're not going to be there forever.
Played it all.
Man, do you think his wife is going to do it? He'll never. I mean, that would be
Yeah,
a
he
deal
lost to
breaker.
Ben in it.
Right, and you call him, what? You want me to tie your shoes? Are you
11-10 or
serious?
11-9.
I'm going to have to cut your meat too.
And that's who we play first, and next is Ben. Ben and Natalie.
Oh, yeah? We played this. LA Fitness.
I've never
Yeah.
said.
Play Austin next. No, Dave,
I hit Chuck.
They'll play you in.
Yeah, I know, well, that's like, it's funny because.
It's like Sunday.
We were the, I think we watched the wrong.
Jim and Carla. They won. Oh yeah, Mike Sylvia. Yeah, Mike Sylvia. They killed me.
Oh, they played. Oh, they're playing.
Yeah, because Mike, that'll be a real good team. We just have to hit.
Yeah.
Not that Mike.
And just watch for her.
You watch what?
I just have to handle it.
I thought it looked short, but I'm not, you know what, I don't trust my eyes.
Is that what they were arguing about?
I think they were questioning it. I don't think they knew.
Sorry about that.
They were playing pretty good.
Just wanted to get that service.
Yeah. Right.
I gotta get used to playing inside some more.
No, I know.
Right. Yeah, right.
He's crushing.
He's fast.
Yeah. Well, you know, if it's like that league, especially in the league, when you're like, you know what?
Will he stand in front of him or did he move him?
9:30.
If he was standing behind him, that's not Adam's fault. That's not Barry's fault.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
If you're standing behind someone, like while they're playing, that's not a good person's fault.
You guys playing? Who you guys playing?
I asked Mike, do you think he can come? Or no? Yeah, I don't know if he's around, but.
Is this game 1 or game 2?
One.
What's that?
I just hope they
Yeah, I think it's so disgruntled.
Rob's playing.
Me?
Yeah.
No, no.
You're like, we're all mad.
Oh, that's tough.
So I guess they lost 15-14 probably.
It's gotta be.
It probably was. It was very close the whole time.
Somebody's gotta lose.
That's my mom always says. What was the score?
15-14.
And you guys won? And I know it seemed, and I thought, well, maybe they just lost. Because he said rugby, didn't he say rugby? But you know, my husband has no clue how it comes across.
Thinking about.
He has very poor communication skills. He's a New Yorker. He's an asshole. I mean, Sean is an asshole when he communicates. And like the kids go, why is Daddy mad? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, come on, why are you mad? He's like, I'm not mad. But do you recognize your tone and your face is just, you know? Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm like, I need to get a like a little video thing like that.
Should you leave the door open so I can see?
Did they win the first one?
Chuck and Adam did, yes. 15-14. So it was a close one.
Chucko's gonna get his head out of his hand.
He's got his hand in there right now.
Took a good long scratch his butt.
I think one slice, that's one.
How's Thomas doing out of school?
He's doing really well. Yeah.
Is he playing ball up there?
All the time, yeah.
Yeah, very good.
He did, we sent him there for racquetball.
Yeah.
So, no, his classes went well. He did very well.
Excellent.
What's the major again?
Unknown. And he was thinking math, and now that he's in Cal 3, he said, ugh, I don't like it. He doesn't like it.
Cal 3,
Cal
wow.
3, yeah. I said, well, you're out of our, league.
Yeah.
I said, Calc 1 I was okay. Calc 2 I flunked, whether it was a D or an F, I don't remember, but I knew I didn't know what I was doing.
I liked math when it was like geometry and trig.
Geometry and trig was fun, yeah. Calculus sucked.
Calc is just all made up. It is. It really is. I remember the little symbols, like somebody got high one day and just made that up.
What is all that shit?
He liked
How do we know this is really true?
He said it's boring, so I'm like, is it? So anyhow, I said, well, if you want to be a math major, you just got to gut it out. If you don't want to be a math major, then either take a pass, fail, or drop the class and take something else.
Yeah, they give them so much time, I do believe, to
drop the class before they have to do the.
Before it counts against you.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, he has a lot of time to decide that. Yeah, he has until March 17th.
Oh, really? To drop?
When I was back in the Stone Age,
It was like
no.
a week or two.
Yeah.
Well, no, you, if
2
you want
weeks.
to pick up a
Yeah, that's what I
yeah.
thought.
2 weeks, that's right.
So, they give him a lot of latitude now.
That is huge.
That is huge, yes it is. Yeah, usually you had 2 weeks and that was it.
Yeah.
Is that what it says?
My-
Well, sometimes you don't know how it's going until you're a month or so. I mean, you
That's
can
what it is. It can't
But-
Oh, yeah, I
anyhow.
feel like, I don't know though, I feel like after you take your first test, like the dropout period should be before you take your first test, because
I think it should be after, so you have a sense. I mean, because, you know,
yeah,
I mean, you don't have a sense of a class sometimes until you see.
true.
But the thing is, he's just finding.
Back in the day, I kind of had a sense after the first week whether or not I was going to like it or not.
Like if I stayed awake, I fell asleep, I'm good.
I was an engineering major, and I remember I had to take a sociology course.
Oh, he's in one of those right now.
Online sales.
What's this got to do with engineering? So I went to the first class, and there was probably a couple dozen students in the class, and all it was discussing topics, and you would give your opinions. I said, well, you know what? I can do this. I went to the first class. I came back for the midterm because all it was opinions. I came back for the final and I got a B in it. Great for me.
I like it.
I like it.
Well, Thomas doesn't like it because he's like, it's stupid.
It was
He doesn't-
stupid.
And he doesn't see, if there's not a point to it, he sees no point in it. So I said, son, it's part of your core curriculum. It's either that or do you want to take, which he hates philosophy. I said, it's that or philosophy. So, you know.
I took two
Which
philosophy
is mental
classes.
masturbation, in
One
my
of them I
opinion.
had to take, and I was so freaking. I used to get into arguments with the teacher so bad about if then.
Yeah.
The next one was like a Socrates class.
Yeah.
I had an English lit professor, and for our final, it was the song "The Sounds of Silence" by Robert Song.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, Patty.
And our team decided what that song meant. Right?
The meaning of
The meaning of
sound
that, the
silence.
meaning of songs of silence, and our opinion.
I'll think I go in there with John, I'll bring the wheel out.
But it's an opinion. How can you tell?
Really get smoked.
That's right.
Go into his office. Oh, listen. So you fail me on this. How can you fail me on my opinion?
Yeah.
I said, you asked what that song meant to me.
That's right.
And I'm telling you what it meant, and you're giving me an F for that? I said, I'll tell you what's going to happen. I said, if you don't change this, I'm going to the, whoever, the dean. I'm going to the dean of the whole department. He said,
Give him my opinion.
he said, well, you can't do that. And I said, you want to see me do it? So I got up, I said, I'll see you wherever the hearing's going to be.
Yeah.
So he says, just wait a minute. He goes, let me see what I can do. So he gives me a D.
Oh.
A D. I wasn't satisfied with that.
Yeah, bullshit.
So I went back and I said, listen, if you don't change this to at least an acceptable C, which I'll even bend on that.
Yeah.
I said, we're headed out to the D. And he did. And of course, it wasn't a real pleasant conversation.
Sure.
Back in the heyday when I had people. You know, I didn't care. What was he going to throw me? I was a senior.
Yeah.
You know, and I needed that course to graduate.
Yeah.
I'm like, this chooch is certainly not going to keep me in school because of this.
That's right.
So I got out of there with that scene. I'll never forget that. These guys, I couldn't even imagine being in school today and having something like that happen to my kid.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pierce has a teacher who stopped her. She has her PhD. She teaches 6th grade. And she lets them all know that she's a black woman. And they're all like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Why is she teaching sixth grade with a
So fun.
Well, that tells you something.
So fun. Whatever that is, that's fun.
Yeah.
So she has them read the story. Garrett's had me read so I can pick out 2 main themes and then the overall theme of the story. The story, when I read it and Garrett's read it, is about a little kid gets stranded in the Canadian wilderness.
What's the name of the story?
Brian something, I forget.
Okay.
Brian's.
Okay.
So, plane crashes. He's the only survivor, stranded in the Canadian wilderness for 7
I think
months.
I know of this story.
Okay, so he's
It's like a gold medal winner.
surviving
Okay, yeah.
for 7 months on his own.
Survival
It's
is a
about-
theme.
She said it wasn't. She said that is not one of the themes of the story.
Survival's not the whole freaking thing.
It's the
about
whole
survival.
fucking story. It's about him surviving.
Okay, so she had to come up with some kind of analytical bullshit reason why, you know.
She said friendship because he kind of he develops a relationship with the skunk, which Garrett's had in there. Trust. Yeah, I know.
The skunk friend.
She marked them all wrong. She let him have it. I was like, I'm this close to having a conversation with this woman because she keeps picking on him about something. I'm like, she's wrong. You're not wrong.
That is all such bullshit. Julian has trouble with that too. I see, you know what Julian's truth is? Read a book, first of all.
No way, no way.
cares?
No way.
That's right.
Who cares?
That's
What
exactly.
the theme is, you know. But I said, truthfully, I think it's like art. You see in it what you
Yeah,
see.
exactly. You get out of it what you get out of it.
Yeah. And how can they say, I mean, unless you're so totally off, it's all, you know what I mean?
Obviously, you did read the book.
Exactly.
Right.
Other than that,
Well,
it's
yeah,
like,
that was usually the main thing. You gotta read the book.
if you read the book and if you can give any sort of,
That's right.
if you can point
Educated
to anything,
Yeah,
if you
that's
can point to any, sentence or whatever in the book.
She marked him all kinds of wrong. He came
Well.
back distraught. He was so distraught. I said, she's wrong. Don't worry about
She's
it.
an idiot. Just because she has a PhD
Tell
doesn't mean
Dr.
anything.
Siegel to shut
Did
up.
you ever have to read The Tale of Two Cities?
The Tale, yes, I did. Yeah. I read a lot of crap. I know. Yes.
And then write a paper about it.
Yeah.
The book was like this thick, and you had to read that slop. Oh my God.
I had to read a lot of slop. Yeah.
And you know what? It's almost like, it's not that I'm.
Well, did you have to read Great Gatsby?
Yes.
I like that book.
Okay, I like the book, but how the hell did you know that the eye was God's eye among these amoral people? I remember.
You can tell I wasn't into that book.
Here's all I have to say is somebody made that crap up. We just had to memorize it for the test and then regurgitate it.
Yeah.
It meant nothing. I'm thinking, well, that doesn't mean, that's not learning. That's not.
No.
That's just you teacher tell you know. No, I remember that to this day. And some of these authors, why are they considered great authors? You know what I mean? Some of the
So
stuff
they
is
write
just
one
shit.
good book. They maybe write one good book, and they don't hear from them anymore. But they were great authors.
Yeah.
I thought that was short.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
I played it.
Well, we had problems in Franklin region for our kids and ended up pulling them out of the school.
Franklin. Oh, well, that was a good school district.
No, not really.
It's not.
No.
Maybe back in the day they
Back
were,
in the day it did, but not
but not
now.
now. We pulled our kids out. I mean, we had to pull our kids out. Thomas got in trouble.
There are a lot of issues out there with kids hazing, bullying.
Well, the teachers aren't everything.
That's right.
When they say their test scores are good, I'm going to tell you why they're good, because there's a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's money there. You put those teachers in any school district that has trouble, they can teach their way out of a paper bag. They're not that good. And they're,
If you look at like results on of required testing and everything, their Franklin Regional is very rarely up there at all.
I'm teaching
what about
Ben Hill, actually, I tell you what, Ben Hills used to be one of the premier schools in the country. Ben Hills, Mount Lebanon, those were the two big ones. Now, man, they have dropped below substandard.
Yeah, well,
when it gets to the point where you have to, when you have to adjust your grading standard because of the kids,
yeah.
there is something definitely wrong.
Well, and they have a lot of fluffy, stupid classes,
Oh.
Franklin Regional, which pisses me
Oh,
off.
yeah.
You know, the one that, I mean, Kiss is expensive, I will tell you that. But they
It's
had,
worth
it was reading, writing, arithmetic.
Did he go to
history.
prep or did he just go to,
Prep.
he went to prep?
Yeah.
I
It was,
have
he didn't have an elective until he was a junior. It was, you just had to take
Byron's
it.
education for Kiski is super.
Oh,
Yeah.
I went to a public school. When I watched Byron start to have those things,
Yeah.
to learn how to learn and how to.
That's what Thomas has.
Learning
Yeah.
how to learn is so important.
It is.
Not rigor
And that's not what I saw from Franklin Regional.
Think for yourself.
no, they think that they're privileged.
Because they have to babysit 25
That's
to
right.
30 kids.
That's right. And I think what happens
really
in
learned, I'll get to.
in Franklin Regional, they want all these fluffy things. Parents want them to take, you know, all these classes and they have money and all. It's like, no, they need 5 things.
They think they're
And they don't
entitled.
need all that other shit.
Right, they think-
Because they can't read and they can't think and they can express themselves. They need just the basics. So I'm not a big proponent of having a zillion electives. I don't think you need any.
No.
I don't think you
What's
have-
that going to get you?
Exactly.
You know,
But you know, colleges are getting watered
but,
down.
yeah. Another thing about it is that the schools, the better schools, the better colleges have stayed that way because they have not compromised
Yes.
their accreditation. I mean,
That's right.
when kids come there, they're going there because they know if they graduate from that school, whatever it is, their job status is going to be improved
Yeah.
because they went to that school. Where there's a lot of other schools where, like you said, they don't do that. They want the money.
Yeah.
They just don't. It doesn't take as much work to get a degree in some schools as compared to others.
Yeah. Well, I saw what Kiski did, and it made a difference. You know, Thomas had his Calc 2 teacher last semester. Wasn't good. He taught himself. He couldn't have done that had he not been in Kiski, where they really teach. They taught him. They were college prep. So you went home, you read your chapter, you did your work. They didn't regurgitate the chapter. They went on to expand on what was brought up in the chapter.
That's what it should be.
That's what it should be. Joseph, who left Kiski because he was not happy there.
I know it's pretty regimented.
It is, and he wanted girls and all this, so he fought him, and it was tears and all this. And you know what? Well,
Byron was a bad apple.
But Joseph is seeing now. He said, "Wow, Mom." So I said, "Well, at least you know." I said, "You can go to any school now. You don't have to go to Delaware. You can go to any school and you will learn." I said, "Smart kids can learn in the worst environment because they have discipline and they, you know what I mean? Truthfully, in life, I mean, and I look at Adam when he comes up against something, coding and computer stuff, he figures it out. I mean, he knows how to figure it out. He's like, X's or the answers. I mean, if you're used to being spoon-fed, you'll never be a good worker. Because once you get a
Waiting for
job,
somebody to tell you.
exactly.
You have to be challenged. Plus that, it also, you have to want to be able to do that.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
A lot of, in our society, especially the younger kids, because of the way they're being taught,
Yeah.
they're used to being
Handed to
handed,
them.
and so somebody's going to tell me what to do.
Exactly.
Well, honestly, college isn't much better.
No.
Like
No, it's not.
I didn't want to learn. Like there was nothing I wanted to learn until I hit grad school.
Yeah.
And that's when I actually learned something.
Where you
know
were
what I mean?
forced to.
Right, right. College really, I had classes where literally all they did was stand in front of the class, read off PowerPoint slides that were directly like sentence to sentence.
Yeah.
Like they were the PowerPoint slides that the manufacturer gave them.
So there was no need to sit in class.
I sat in the back and fell asleep because I already had to. Like
Exactly.
I had to go to class, but I just
Yeah.
it was my designated nap time that day.
Break time, break time.
Yeah.
But honestly,
I agree.
like until I got
graduate
to
school.
grad school, there was nothing that I found like I wanted to learn.
Yeah. Yeah.
There really
It's a
wasn't.
shame, and that's a shame.
I mean, I played against Joe Rock the other day.
It's a waste of.
It took me a whole game to get used to his speed.
I hated
And then, well,
I know. What are you gonna do to fix it? What are you gonna do to fix it?
Jason and I beat
Couldn't wait to
Kelly.
get out.
I did have some, I had some like 2 or 3 really awesome teachers in
Yes.
undergrad, but everybody else was just.
Yeah. I'll tell you how you fix it. You wanna know how you fix it?
Yeah.
It's not politically correct, but.
Oh, I know.
You
that.
know?
I already know. I have my ideas about this.
The teachers you
not-
There's no reason not to do it.
People-
I've told you about Garrett's experience.
What? No.
When he went to the 4th grade, they went to a different school. So all the elementary schools combined into a 4th. It was 4th,
4th grade.
Yeah. So
Was it 4th, 5th?
it was a 4th, 5th, but then they changed that to just 4th. So whatever. So he goes into this class. He is in class with, I think there were 8 autistic kids in this class. I'm not shitting you. So 3 teachers, 8 autistic. Garris cannot
Well, I
tune
have to
things
tell
out.
him.
Yeah.
So he was hearing the tapping, seeing the movements.
And it was.
What? So I had to get it.
Sure.
There's no way he's going to get the education out of this year.
You should have played
So
it.
they invited me to come up. Environment and watch the class and whatever. But the reason that he was in that class is because they had to have
So
a
many
certain number of
smart
kids
kids
in
to
the
balance
class.
the one.
I said, oh, hell no. My kids
We're not one of them, yeah.
No.
We're not gonna pick
You
this.
put them in the class, and that's fine. And then you put the other kids in the class, and you teach them. The principal stood in front of the entire, well, everybody that came to the orientation, and said, I am here because the black kids here in this district don't know how to read,
Getting a hate
and I am
text.
here to teach them how to read.
Take it
This
home,
bucket.
my double sprinters.
And my best friend is black, and she was like, and her kid's very smart. She's like, well, what is that going to do for my kid?
Yeah.
Who's able to read? So now all of the kids who can read and are at that level have to stay there.
That's right. That's no child requirement.
That's bullshit.
It is bullshit, but that's
He's gone now, by the way.
Yeah.
The principal.
Yeah.
I said, uh-uh.
That's right. And this notion that everybody has to go to college is stupid too.
That is stupid.
You don't have to.
They would
You
like-
don't
That
You
is
can make-
changing though.
You can make
They're-
a better living if
Oh,
you're a
yeah.
skill, if you pick up
Electrician.
a skill.
That's right.
They are pushing those skills.
They
now.
should be. They
They
should
really
be.
You got the tech schools that are probably doing better now than they ever have.
And they should be.
And they should be, because there was a lot of years where there was a huge gap between skilled labor
Yes.
and educated
Yes.
people that were educated were not getting the job.
How's playing your boys?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like they're not doing their job because they don't have a skill.
That's right.
They really don't have an education. So they've spent 4
My
years
son's, I
partying
know what it's
and
like to have
playing, and they have
teenagers.
I know.
nothing.
I couldn't tell
It
you.
takes them a while.
I stayed in engineering for 7 years.
You get older, then they kind
When
of
I
figure out.
left that
Alright.
field and I went on
They're fun to play
landscape
with. They're good
field.
kids.
But that's what I did.
Tired me out
from the time I was 15.
Oh my god, I was like, are they?
Through high school, through college,
It was like 6
worked
to
on
like
weekends,
5
this
for like
and
10
that.
minutes back
So
and
it
forth.
took 7
and I'm
years
like,
of being in engineering to make me realize that that wasn't the field for me.
Yeah.
I had a gift and decided to do that. Well, I find over the years that especially after about 20 years in business, to bring the kid to work with his hands, you have to teach them how to use a shovel, how to use a pick.
Yeah.
Any tool, you had to spend the time to teach them a work ethic and a skill.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, didn't you guys ever like work at home? Or
Have to
didn't
help your dad,
your
Mom?
dad ever
Yeah.
need your help or whatever? And for years that happened, which brought me to the point where I'm at now, where I don't have anybody. I have no one, because the contractors that I know today that do have small crews, they complain all the time about they don't know how to work.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Or they don't show up.
That's one of the things, you know.
They won.
Goes to tiebreaker.
I understand, but on the other hand.
I'm like, I'm so glad I did what I did, not hiring you.
Well,
Yeah,
no.
exactly.
Yeah, it was, she had to put her name. Well, and I agree with that. I agree because I trust her.
Wow.
My dad actually owns a landscaping business too. And his company consists of him, my mom, myself.
I can go back 30 plus years and look at some of the, I've actually tore out projects that I put in over 30 some years ago to upgrade them to today.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and did it with the same clients.
Yeah.
You know,
It's kind of like what you were saying.
Yeah, no, Lauren was.
Really, 3 or 4 of us working at a time, we'll get a job done in a weekend if we like bust it out, you know. But then we drive around and we see people with like landscaping companies. There's like 10 guys working, 3 of them are standing around. Like the other 3 are kind of like taking their time.
The biggest crew I ever had was 5 guys. I had it for 1 year. I didn't make any money.
Yeah.
I mean, the company brought in a lot of money. I didn't make any money. So I basically stayed with a crew of 2 guys for, I'm going to say probably a minimum of 25 years. Then I dropped it down to 1 day.
But the fact is,
and it's amazing. You know,
you're being
my
the same
clients
as you are.
says
They're
they're
changing.
so it's just you 2 guys. And you'd be surprised what 2 guys can do when you know how to work.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And for years, my competitors would always say, how come you don't have any more guys, this and that? I said, you guys are nuts. I said, you guys, I said, if I wanted your job that you bid on, I'd get it. But I don't have the other.
Yeah.
And those same guys, they were like, them with me back then. Now they're down to 1 month.
Yeah,
They figured it out. The light bulb went off, you know?
Figured it out. Yeah. You get a couple of good. Yeah, my dad is ridiculously efficient at what he does.
Yes. In that business, there was no easy way to do certain jobs.
Then you said, okay, then I'm tired.
It's just a matter of going out there and getting it done.
Just that clarity. That was my new employee.
I always did enjoy it.
Do you still work out?
I'm by myself.
My
now.
bag's
I've
from
been
the
that
bag
way
place.
for about 8 years.
If nothing
I'm
else,
closing
I
in on my
have
career though.
and
It's
the rules.
starting to wind down.
Yeah, it gets rough on you.
It does.
Except I do part
My
of
dad's starting to like just be
and for maternity mothers too. I part there all the time.
You get to the point where you actually have to come to grips with the fact that because of the nature of the business, the physical
Go to
nature of the
IKEA.
business itself,
Go to IKEA.
you have to accept your limitations and say, okay, if I want this job, I know I can't do it by myself. I need to get somebody to help me with certain aspects of it.
Yeah.
If you expect to still be around
Disabled
for however many years you're going to be around. So it's, I mean, a lot of, like my mentor, he let the business beat him up. I mean, he wound up with a low rotator cuff replaced, bad knees, and all that. And I swear I would never let the business do that to me.
How did he get that shot? That's ridiculous. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. I don't even let him count.
I would say, look, we already had. I gave you March 22nd. I'm staying. If you want to.
I don't want to.
Well.
I don't want to stay. I want to have that kind of an attitude.
Close.
It's going to be completely.
All right, what's the score here?
It's close.
1-4. I think it's 1-4. Did they finish the second game?
Yeah, they lost 15.
13.
I actually have some that are fine.
Ooh, better watch.
Well.
And I, you know, but I genuinely, this is what I feel bad. I genuinely
Who's Ben's partner?
Barry?
Oh, is that his name?
Check that.
Where's he play? Where's he play out of? LA?
He's out of up in McKnight Road or something.
Oh, okay. All right. He's up off.
I think so.
The one on 19.
Yeah, I think so.
No. Hey, how are you? How come you're not playing?
Oh, was that a camera?
Yeah, it's Ben's camera.
Everything that you say.
You know what? Let's turn it around.
You could just flip it upside down, that'd be.
Sorry. That's why those bags are not supposed to be there. I can't pick up my whose bag is that? That's a violation.
Bag out there.
Hey, don't bring me up.
Assistant tournament director. Tom? He's a nice player. He's a good player. Very consistent. Very consistent.
Oh, it's nice to be. How old's Ben?
Oh,
Adam,
31.
Changed 31.
Oh, that'd be nice to be at least half.
They never work.
You should have stuck with the back.
Oh, Rigo.
99% of the time that doesn't work. You want to do a little booty shot, you know. I see it all the time in the animation. I'm like, why do you people do that? It's not everybody. I mean, I watch everybody who's supposed to do it and they never work. Are you serious? You haven't figured that out? That's a stupid idea.
Are you guys talking about the under the leg shot?
No. When they want to hit it really light, so it gets, only one time in 100 does that work.
But
Anybody, if you're that one.
But when it happens,
I know, but right here, it's just not worth it.
So I, the way he very just Tom's attitude. I said, I'm good. They'll be there.
Well, and the other thing is, she said that about Callie Reed. She just thinks, there's no reason to lose to Callie Reed. Can you play her?
We didn't. I was going to.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't give Chucko that shot. That's a slime shot. He's patented slimer.
Oh, you are in the way, John. See, it's good that you're not tall. I did not call her short. I said not tall.
Whoa!
You know Tom's better than me? I said, Tom, you're the one last time you played me in singles.
That's right. Hit that stink off the ball. Jeez. Disgusting. New ball, please.
That's what that small bass.
That's right. That's right. You saw that big wet mark on that ball. Yeah, I got to touch it.
I should play him in singles.
Oh, yeah, you should. Oh, my God, did you beat? No.
Oh, I don't think I used to play in singles. I never lost one. But he's got better.
He's gotten
Better,
better.
but you know what? If you can take the suicide in 15 seconds, you're beating them.
I thought Chucko was